Let's just begin because. Hello.
Hello.
Wait. Oh, here we go. Oh no. Oh. That was Dwight Yoakam, Guitars and Cadilacs and the Failing Internet. Oh, we're back.
Yay!
Dwight Yoakam.
Share a dream.
Down.
Yay! Welcome back. It's 2 Minute Terminator with me, Ellie Fitzgerald, and
Ethan McKinley. Do we? Yeah. All right. Hit the music.
Yeah, hit the music.
For machines, they're unstoppable. Watch out for machines, they will rule the world.
The internet's told us to hit the music.
I think that's the first time I've introduced myself before you.
And as it should be.
Why?
I'm handing over the reins of the show to you and someone else because I'm done. I'm just kidding.
Bullshit. Don't scare me like that.
Hello, welcome to the 2 Minute
I'm
Terminator.
nothing without you.
I'm Ethan McKinley. This is my show. We're doing Terminator 2, and we're in minutes 8 to 10. Let me just check if that's true.
No, it's 6 to 8, dick.
It's minutes 6 to 8. This is episode 4.
This is my show.
My show.
My show and my theatre.
If you've been with us this far, Arnold Schwarzenegger has just arrived from the future.
Butters.
Butters. Butters what?
Butt naked.
Oh, yeah. Butters. I thought you liked Butterface, like nice body Butterface. So yeah, and this is an episode.
Oh god.
Oh, here we go. Who's doing this now? Is this the movie or Dwight? Go away, Dwight.
Dwight. I might actually have to add that to my favourites on YouTube. We're doing it all higgledy-piggledy.
I know.
This
well,
isn't
because the
first
internet's
bit.
crap. I'm
No, this is the movie. You knob
Yeah.
face.
What's wrong with the movie?
What's wrong with the movie? Because it starts off with him and the big ball of flames.
Yeah. Well, basically, with the show starts with Arnold arriving from the future.
Yeah.
And I forgot where it ends, but we don't need to know that anyway.
When he asks him for his clothes, his boots, and his motorcycle.
The immortal lines.
So, Ethan, I'm dying to know.
Yes.
You hinted in the last show. Oh, here we go. Beginning. All the paper drifts up. Electrical shots bolt down.
As in the first movie, the electricity appears. And now there's this new addition to the special effects, which I guess, looking back at it now, doesn't look as good as it could have.
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
It looks very placed.
It looks very flat, doesn't it, in a three-dimensional shot.
But do tell us, why, how, when, what, who?
Well, in the last episode, Ellie, of course, you asked, would the tactical time displacement weapon,
know the
or the tactical
location.
time weapon, which they call it in Genesis, but it was kind of designed in Terminator 2, which never shot or used because of budget, and they kind of stole the design and used it for the time machine / dimensional transport portal machine in 1997's Contact with Jodie Foster. Yeah. I guess the answer to your question is here. They don't know where you could appear. It's probably in the general area. They probably get the year right, but like Doc Brown says, you're not thinking fourth dimensionally, Marty. You could travel through time and reappear in 1950, but in 1950, in that exact spot where you go through the time portal, there might be a wall or a building or a solid object you might appear in the middle of. Strangely, if we want to slip into conspiracy world, like we sometimes do on this show, every episode we talk about a conspiracy. There's a thing called the Philadelphia experiment. Have you heard of this?
The Philadelphia experiment.
They made a 1983 film with Michael Parry in about two soldiers, but do you know what it's about?
No, I think I'm thinking of something different. I was thinking about when they put they got these two groups of people, and they made one group of people prisoners, and then they made the other group of people like the prison guards.
Yes.
And what they wanted to do was to see how they would actually act under that. It was all part of a test.
Yes.
And what they actually discovered was that the people that played the prison guards actually ended up really badly abusing the prisoners and beating them. And like a few days in, some of these prisoners were literally going insane. One of them tried to kill himself.
Well, there's that experiment where we've got people in another room, haven't they? They're electrocuting them.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
people quickly kind of like stop caring about or empathizing with the person.
Exactly. That's what it was.
Yeah,
When it was actually just a test, but
Yeah.
people actually got so into the role.
sadistic.
Yeah, they ended up actually
And abusing
abusing
their
other.
power.
Yeah. Is that the Philadelphia thing? It's not.
No. Basically, it's a soft cheese spread, and it's fed to people in shopping. No, I'm just kidding. In England, we have a product called Philadelphia, which is like a white soft cheese.
It's all about the chive
I think
one.
Kraft make it. Maybe you do get it in America. I guess you do. Who knows? Or Australia. I know the Philadelphia experiment was the government was experimenting with.
Is it acid?
No, the beginnings of stealth technology, which was trying to make ships, airplanes, and things radar invisible. Now they were doing this with some form of electromagnetism, allegedly. So basically, they did it on this giant battleship with people on it. And what actually happened was I think they used so much electricity that the entire city blacked out. I'm pretty sure. I think it was New York, or it's upstate New York, because it's near Montauk, which is something else we can come to in Conspiracy World. The Montauk Project and the Montauk Monster. Basically, allegedly, they ripped a hole through time, and the ship not only became radar invisible, it became physically invisible. So it phased out of our existence, but then it came back. But
Sounds like Event Horizon.
But all the people on the ship, kind of like, some went through and some didn't. So the ones that kind of didn't and got stuck in between this world and wherever it went, when the ship came back, allegedly, were fused as part of the ships. There were sailors like half in and out of wars, half alive, half dead, part of the machine, a bit like in The Fly when Jeff Goldblum kind of breaks out of the teleporter as it
Jesus.
transports. And like when he comes out of the other side of the teleporter, he's kind of like got bits of machine stuck in him and
Yeah.
stuff.
So
So
when did this happen?
Oh God, around this time of the Second World War. It's really foggy because I've not looked at it or looked into it for a while. It's called the Philadelphia experiment.
Oh my god, I'm gonna look at that later. That sounds awesome.
But yeah, basically, it's all kind of that weird time when they're trying to like develop anti-gravity.
Does
and
that not sound a bit like
dimensional
Event Horizon?
It does. That's kind of what
Yeah.
happened. It went through something, didn't quite go through, but kind of did. And all the people that were alive on the ship, all the organic
Matter.
components and matter, kind of got stuck in as part of the
Fused.
ship, apparently. And there's a guy
Fucking
called
hell.
Al Bielek who said he was on that ship, and he's said he went through time. Basically, two sailors, which the film is based off the film, they go through time and wind up in the 1980s.
Great
then-
decade.
And then for some reason, yeah, somehow they end up in this decade and claim they were on, these two guys, Al Bielek and someone else. They said they were part of the Philadelphia experiment, and they've been stuck in the future now.
Were they the
essentially.
guys that brought back the fat synth?
No.
Oh.
But it's an interesting story.
Fuck yeah, I'm gonna have a look at that when.
And Al
when
Bielek
we're
and
done.
someone else, the other guy, said they were part of a thing called the Montauk Project.
Is
which
there a
was-
movie about this?
Yeah, it's called the
experiment?
Philadelphia experiment. But there's
Oh,
enough
okay.
documentaries about it also. So yeah, it's quite interesting. Also, weirdly ties into that Bob Lazar stuff. That guy who claims he works at Area 51, who said he works on these
He
weird
killed
propulsion
himself. God
systems.
bless him.
No, that's Michael C. Ruppert, who's the CIA liaison for the
Oh yeah, that is the guy.
bringing coke back into this country with the Sandinistas and the Nicaraguan government. Yeah.
So who's this other guy? The first one you mentioned?
The first guy mentioned and another guy were two sailors allegedly
No,
claim they're on
after that.
claim they're on the Philadelphia experiment ship and got pushed through time to 1980 or something. So they say.
The next guy. That
The
worked
next
for NASA.
guy is Bob Lazar. He was a physicist who allegedly worked at MIT, although they denied his education and existence, even though they found MIT records with him, his pay slips there, so they eventually admitted it. He said he went from MIT and then worked at Area 51, but a place, I think 15 miles south of Area 51, called S4, which is a secluded dry lake bed.
Is this where he had to literally like move his whole life and he was never allowed to leave there?
No.
There was another guy that worked for I think it was like NASA or something, or it was something to do with like universe surveillance. And
Universe surveillance.
well, yeah, like he controlled all the satellites and things, and like all this weird shit started like popping up, and it's all to do with aliens. And then like the powers that be made him move to this particular area, so he basically had to live where he worked. And he wasn't- Okay, I'm gonna stop. Back to Terminator.
Well, I was
Fucking
going to say, the other guy you
bastard.
mentioned who kind of weirdly corroborated the Philadelphia experiment story was Bob Lazar, who said he worked at a place called S4, which is part of Area 51, where they have recovered alien spaceships. He was working on the propulsion system, which helps you essentially time travel and travel great distances in time. So he kind of corroborated some of the stuff they said back in the day based on the physics he knew now. Probably a bunch of horseshit. Who knows?
It's interesting though.
But it lends credence to the theory. Maybe James Cameron took parts of the Philadelphia experiment story with Terminator, and he creates this kind of bubble that appears around the time traveler to protect him from any solid objects he may appear in.
And what kind of cinematography did they use for the ball?
That's an optical effect. That's why it looks a bit flat and not part of the thing. The lightning works fine because they've got flickering lighting on set with regular lamps. And then they put the lightning opticals on, which is an easily done thing that's quite common in films at the time. It was seen in Ghostbusters and God knows else what. Big Trouble in Little China had it, the lightning god people.
Mm-hmm.
But this thing, what did James Cameron call it? He called it, oh my God.
Lines and lines and lines and lines.
Oh, the matter annihilation sphere.
The matter.
So any dangerous object that would be in close proximity to the time traveller without damaging their physical form, be it organic or otherwise, so they don't appear in the middle of a wall like the Philadelphia
Well, then I was
experiment
going to say
sailors.
that scuppers your idea if they could come back anywhere and be in a wall or something. Well, that would just fucking destroy the wall anyway.
That's the whole point. It protects the traveller from not appearing in the middle of a wall or in the middle of something else or a piece of machinery and dying, being cut in half by a future object or a past object that's there.
So how do you think they
She's
did?
glazed over.
I'm not. I'm fucking learning. I'm absorbing the information that you're
Well, James
giving me.
Cameron called it the matter annihilation sphere. So
Okay.
it appears. And if we look at the back of the truck, when it flashes up,
How did they do
the
that?
truck's all been cut away. Interestingly, they took a regular truck and metal saws or whatever you would, or welders, or like oxyacetylene torch, and they just cut a sphere out of the back of the truck. And how they made it look really hot.
How?
Scotch light paint and a black light, like you have in a nightclub. So it's just neon
So
paint.
it's like neon paint.
And as it obviously conveys as it's meant to convey the cooling, they just turn the black light down, which affects nothing else in the shot. It just looks like the heat's going out of it.
That's so cool. Did they do the same with the?
Yeah, but the only issue I take with
dip
that,
in
if
the
his
floor?
feet and hands are organic and he's crouching in like a white hot,
It'd be burning.
yeah,
Yeah.
he'd be throwing his feet and hands.
And again, like in the first movie, when
But
they
look, see, watch, turn the light down. See, down.
So how come there's no smoke coming off him? Because they were in the first movie.
They just update special effects, don't they?
Now, with this particular scene where you see him get up and then he looks one way and looks the other, one of his ears is massively bigger than the other one.
What?
Dude, I shit you not. Look. That one and then that one.
Really?
Yeah.
I think that's just lighting, Ellie.
No, I think he's got one ear a lot bigger than the other. What do you think, Spaldner?
Yeah, what do you think?
What do you think? What do you know? And at this point, people would be like, oh my god, is he the baddie? Is he the goodie? You don't know at this point.
Well, you shouldn't know, and in a perfect world you wouldn't, but the marketing, a bit like the way Terminator Genesis ruined
All the trailers basically told you the whole
John
thing.
Connor's the Terminator. We all knew that Arnold was the hero, because in the trailer, the second trailer, I think, he was like, I swear I will not kill anyone. And he also said, this time there are two, and they showed Robert Patrick as the new Terminator, and it was quite widely known in the press. Even I remember back then that Arnold was the hero of this thing.
Yeah.
So sadly,
They ruined that.
it would have been interesting that you wouldn't have known if you could have gone into this cold, and if they'd slightly re-edited the next minutes coming up, where Robert Patrick's character is introduced, of something I'll never understand, which they didn't even cover in the commentary. So it's still an open-ended question.
Why he didn't come back as the guy that you killed?
Yeah,
Why he didn't?
which we
take him
shouldn't
up
really
for?
say now, but we can cover it in greater detail in the next episode. Why was the cop that was killed by the T-1000? In fact, you wouldn't even have to see the T-1000 kill him. You just see a cop being killed by something, and that would be Robert Patrick. And then later on in the film, when he appears again, you'd be like, didn't he die?
And like, he took on
And
his
as you
form.
learn more about how the T-1000 works, it samples wherever it touches and then mimics it like the thing.
That's a bit like Under the Skin.
Yeah, that would explain exactly. Like, oh, okay, so that this
Stolen his
amorphous metal
identity.
blob killed this cop and then turned into him.
That would make a lot more sense.
It would, but it was like a random cop, and then Robert Patrick kills him, and then he's Robert Patrick in a police uniform. Doesn't make sense.
Robert Patrick has actually lost all meaning now. And this is when we first see the red kind of vision, and he's looking at all the bikes, and we've got some Harleys, we've got a Yamaha.
The Corale Bar, Ellie.
Mm-hmm.
It's an actual bar. Unlike the tech noir of the first film, which was a mock-up.
Is it a biker's bar?
I don't know what it is. It's just a bar, but it's actually on. Hang on. It's near.
Fact attack.
If you're in Los Angeles, it's near the corner of Foothill Blvd and Osborne Street in Lakeview Terrace.
Do you
Lakeview Terrace, of course, is famous because of the Samuel L. Jackson film, that awful film about an evil cop.
Do you know what I think would be a cool idea for the show?
Yes.
We should have like a set, well, not like a set time, but when a fact is going to come in.
Fact attack.
Yeah, but we should have like the sound of the lasers at the beginning of the movie going, and then you come in, and maybe we can have like a bulletin sound like behind going, fact attack, and then you can just fucking.
Okay, well
Let's do that.
We're recording the first 5 in a block. So after the next, when I get home, I'll do a fact attack interstitial sound.
Fucking send it, dude.
Ow. So anyway, yeah.
So badass.
The Corale Bar near the corner of Foothill Blvd and Osborne Street in Lakeview Terrace in Los Angeles, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's across the road, and it was at the same time that was happening, actually. The film crew had to kind of I think they missed it by maybe a week or two. But
Tornado?
it's actually opposite the corner of the road where the Rodney King beating took place, which started the LA riots, which burnt LA to the ground and started a massive race war.
Whoa.
So when Rodney King's getting beaten up by the cops and stuff,
Yeah.
it's right by the Corale Bar. Weirdly.
That's mental.
It is mental.
And when did that happen?
90?
So just before this movie was made?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, Rodney King got beaten literally across the road from this bar. And the film crew... it was even... Part of it was caught on film. Because it was happening at the same time, apparently.
Oh, wow, because we've actually paused it. You've got, just when it shows you the Corale Open sign, it actually says, assessing probability, camouflage cover, acquire within.
Just say what you just might be able to find clothes in here.
Yeah. Get in here for clothes.
As we pass the Harley Davidsons and Yamahas outside the biker bar, it actually does tell you, if you can freeze frame your video around the just before the 7-minute mark, about what Harleys and makes they are.
Mm-hmm.
And it does make a notation that it's a Harley Davidson 1990 Fat Boy.
Fat boy.
Which was that year's new, I guess, Harley. It's famous, of course, for its solid metal wheels. It doesn't have any snags or spokes. It's actually a solid piece of metal.
It's pretty fucking cool.
Which looked really cool.
It did look really cool. And then we go in, and then we have that awesome...
The tattoo biker with the long hair. He's a friend of James Cameron.
He looks like a member of Korn.
He does.
He does.
He does.
And then
Margie Clark.
We've got all the... who's Margie Clark, Ethan?
A British actress who looks very similar to that bleached blonde Billy Idol looking woman with a nose pierced and smoking a cigarette. So, you asked who was in this bar?
Yeah, all these loose women.
Well, the only
Ugly
of these
loose
loose
women.
women that I know, as he passes the jukebox and woman goes and turns around, that's Edward Furlong's stunt double.
What?
Yeah, that little woman is Edward Furlong's John Connor's stunt double. As you can see, she's
Why does Edward Furlong have a female stunt double?
because I guess stunt doubles for children, you can't use another child to be a stunt man for that child or a stunt double. You either get a very small man, I guess
Use
they're
a
few and far
jockey.
between, or you'd use a woman. So yeah.
Visual, she doesn't fit. Dude, there's a lot of women in this bar.
Yeah, the bar was actually made and put in for the movie, so obviously that wasn't actually this. They put that wall in with the grill, so you can throw him through the grill.
Oh, rapist glasses, he didn't make it. Oh. She looks a bit like Bon Jovi. Something I do love about when he scans his final kind of...
There's a knee thing in there. What are the knees? See?
No, the best part, he scans his beard.
No, it's his neck.
Nah, that's his beard.
Hang on, let's rewind.
Why would he scan the neck? Look, watch.
That's the neck.
That is so his beard.
No, he would have done the beard. It would have been in the shape of a beard.
It was the shape of a beard.
Oh, welly.
It's his beard. Alright, well then why would he do his neck?
I've no idea.
I've got no idea. In case he has some nice choker on or something. Either way, neck and beard, just weird. It rhymes,
Now.
so it must be true.
This brings us to the pock-marked beard man.
The Pokemon.
The biker whose clothes he steals. Robert Winley, 1952 to 2001. Died, sadly,
Oh.
in Costa Mesa, California, age 48.
Shit. How?
So he was in his late 30s then. God, he looks old.
He does look old. That's
He
what
was
smoking
in
and drinking
Joyride.
does.
He was right. Full disclosure, I've had a few issues with my agent listeners over the last couple of weeks because they said my look is too niche. If you do look at me on Probably not the website because I've got short hair and glasses, but it's all just tied up. I do actually have shoulder-length hair and a beard. I do look a bit biker-like or a bit medieval. And apparently, that's too niche a look, even though there are several giant TV and film projects happening right now involving that kind of look, set in a period of time when that would be happening, medieval times, if you will. And my agent is just like, I can't get you any work because you look too specific.
Maybe we should get some fan mail sent in and just fucking slap that on your agent's desk.
Well, the reason I say it is because Robert Winley here obviously plays truckers, bikers, truck stop managers, Earl Snake Skinner in the Adventures of Briscoe County Jr.
It sounds like a Simpsons character.
He was at the Bounty Hunters convention, so he's got this look, and all the stuff he does looks stone cold. That's a biker action movie with Lance Henriksen, plays Mudfish. So, I mean, you know, this guy seems rowdy number 2. So he's played a lot of, like, heavies and bikery types. But, no, his career sadly ended in 2001.
When's your advert out?
My advert actually is out this month, they tell me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm in a commercial playing a biker, and I'll put that on the website.
Can't wait to see
I might
this.
even include it on my 2-minute Terminator page on YouTube as a bonus episode.
Yeah, do it. That'd be fucking cool. Let's do a 2-minute. How long is the advert, do you reckon?
I reckon it's
Should we
1
break
minute.
it? Should we
break it down?
Should we break it down?
We'll
like
do a 10-minute, 2-minute go compare commercial.
God, I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah.
So yeah, Arnold asks. Oh God, I've forgotten his name already. Arnold asks Robert Winley, the mulleted biker with the pock marks for all his clothes, his boots, and his motorcycle, the Immortal Lion. And he replies, "Oh, he doesn't reply anything because that's the end of the clip."
Oh. That is a very painful thing about this 2 minutes. You're about to get to something really juicy, then all of a sudden it just stops and loops back.
Yeah, you're right about the facts though, because we need to kind of pepper them throughout.
Yeah.
But I think when I start saying a fact, you just shut it completely. You need to kind of battle me a bit more.
But I don't know the facts.
Well, I don't know.
Oh no, this woman's waded in with a wild and dangerous opinion of her
well,
own.
no, we've talked about the Philadelphia experiment, right?
Yeah.
We've talked about time displacement. We've talked about the matter annihilation sphere that appears around the time traveller and the reason that is for being.
Mm-hmm.
Have you got anything to interject? What you think of this particular scene or clip?
I've interjected. I said one of his ears was bigger than the other. I'm sorry, I'm joking.
No, but we need to. It's still got to be funny, you know. We've still got to be like. It's facts are interesting, but I think we're cutting the balls off the show a little bit by not free flowing. I think, based on a listener's
Dude,
input.
everything I say is just bullshit. That's my
yeah, but
part.
mine too. But I think
I think we're doing fine. You're
You've
putting
gone
two.
all you P Cosmo with me now.
P Cisco, you cunt.
P Cisco.
No, I think you just put too much pressure on yourself. Just let it flow, man. It's like having a wee. Just let it go.
Ooh.
Ooh.
What did it say about that woman? What did it say about Eddie Furlong's stunt double? Yeah, just to recap, Eddie Furlong's stunt double.
Size assessment, scan mode, subject unsuitable.
Female ectomorph. That's its body type, isn't it? What's ectomorph? Yeah. There's 3 different body types. There's like ectomorph something and polymorph or some shit like that.
I have absolutely no idea.
Yeah. We'll look it up for a future episode.
Do you not think that there'd be a bit more uproar about the fact? I mean, I know a couple of them go, and would there not be a bit more uproar the fact that some fucking hench dude has just walked in the buff?
Yeah, maybe. But then again, it's just everyone would stare as well, wouldn't they? And also, they're all bikers. They've probably seen a thing or two about a thing or two.
Yeah, I know, but he's on his own, and I don't know. I'm kind of gutted we don't see a butt shot in this.
Well, thank you for reminding me. What a brilliant way to interject a new fact. Arnold Schwarzenegger isn't naked in this scene. He's wearing Bermuda shorts.
Bermuda shorts.
They're rolled down quite low, but he was so concerned of anything being seen on camera. I don't know why you'd care.
Why?
Because I suppose because there's a lot of people in the room and he's quite bashful.
Is he?
But to make sure the camera didn't wander too far
Mr.
down.
Olympia's bashful.
Yeah.
Have you seen the size of the pants that he poses in fucking Pumping Iron?
Tiny.
Ridiculous.
But yeah, no, he wears Bermuda shorts.
Do you reckon he's got a big or a small dick?
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's maybe a show, not a grower. Because you do see it in Terminator 1, don't you? Even though in Terminator Genesis, when they recreate that scene, they kind of like keep his willy in shadow.
They do. Willy.
He's willy.
Willies and wee.
Do not touch Willy. Good advice.
I don't know. I reckon he's a grower, not a shower, because when you see him in those really small little pants, it does look like quite a small package. Have you broken it again?
Yes.
Stop breaking my fucking toys, dude. Oh, motherfucker. Ethan seems to have this recurring...
Do you know what it is? Because they've put the thing there as opposed to there, but I guess they had to put it there because it would be able to like move the legs. If it was there, it maybe wouldn't work. But it's so weird. It's such a great engineered toy, though.
It's an awesome toy. I guess you just have to be careful with it.
But yeah, if you're so like into getting a silver one, you should go and get yourself one.
I know, I really should. They are really cool. Everyone, you should go out and get one.
I just don't think the paint job's that good.
Well, I really like the paint job. I thought it was pretty cool. Okay,
Go on, you sort it out.
I'll fix it with my small nimble. little
Anyway, that
hands.
was what episode was it? 4.
Yes, minutes 6 to 8.
Yeah, thanks guys for listening. I'm Ethan McKinley. Please check out the YouTube channel 2 Minute Terminator and subscribe, because as we've discussed, we've been having a few trouble.
And share a dream.
Yeah, we've been having trouble with SoundCloud. So most of the time now, the first episode will pop up on the YouTube channel, and you'll get an email alert telling you of that. I'm Ethan McKinley.
I'm Annie Fitzgerald.
Hasta la vista.
Baby.
Why do I love machine?